Okay, good morning everyone. Thank you for joining me. Here we go. Time for yoga. Here in the basement practice space with me, Jiya. All right. And don't quit, don't hurt yourself. This is your practice. All right. And I'm here sharing mine. All right. Yeah, I teach. I talk about it. I instruct a little bit. I'm going to show you alternates. But really, this is me practicing. You're on your own. Okay? I can't see you. I can't adjust you. I can't advise you. Not really. So, this is your practice. And it was one of the reasons I continued to do this past the times of COVID. What started me on this, of course, was COVID times. Way to help people pass the time during the lockdown or the tightness of all of that. And also, hey, I'm a professional, make a little money. For which, again, as always, there are Venmo, CashApp, PayPal links are up on the video on the event page. Again, whatever you care to donate is certainly appreciated. But that's all I'm going to bring about that right now. So, but anyway, to go back to the original point, it's hard to practice on your own, particularly as you're learning yoga. Don't quit, don't hurt yourself. It's fairly standard stuff, right? And think about it. That's not hard to pick up. The asanas themselves, you don't need all of them. I got a book, it's got 2,000 of them in it. It's crazy how many there are. You don't need all of them. Right? One of the first ever sort of asana practice focused writings, the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, only lists 27. 27 asanas, poses. That's still a lot to pick up. It's still a lot to learn. It takes time. Not just to pick up all of these alignments and the names and all of these things, but then to learn how to put that effort in, to find it for yourself. So this is part of why this online practice has continued. This is how I can hopefully help you find and get your personal practice built. Ideally, this should be an almost daily thing. Maybe, 5 times a week, right? Maybe 6. Right? A little rest now and then never hurt anybody. Take a day off. But you need to keep that practice going. Sometimes we have more time than others, and that's okay too. Right? It's not about how long your practice lasts. The intensity of it doesn't necessarily mean how much you sweat, how hard the asanas are. It's your engagement in it. Full and complete without forcing. If you can do that, you are well ahead of an awful lot of people out there who are just trying to fit themselves into some complex stretches, positions, and get a good picture. We're going way beyond that with the way I teach, what I practice. All right? Let's hit the floor. No, actually, just sit down. Okay. And we will start seated as we usually do. Occasionally I do standing on Saturday mornings, but towards the end of the week, I like to start down on the floor ahead of time. So something comfortable seated for you. Got my meditation cushion back here. I'm not going to use it right now. If you've got one, a rolled up blanket, or you need to use a chair, do it. Hands wherever. Let your breath flow. Be aware of it now. Its movement is smooth and calm. The action of your breath guides your mind. The inhale is a movement inward. It brings your thoughts in. The exhale does not take your thoughts back out. It releases distractions. As the inhale is the strength, the oxygen comes in to feed muscle and mind. The exhale is the waste products, carbon dioxide, of course. We're letting it go. And the flow of the breath guides us through and into the movement of the body. It's both alignment, it's strength, the ability to shift within that strength. Feeling movement now. It may not be very big, just sitting upright, but this is a movement. an active thing. The shoulders are open, your breath is moving. Your thoughts in this work are moving with your muscles. They are the movement of your muscles. Your thoughts aren't saying move. You're not moving. Right? Sometimes we move on an instinctive thing. It still comes from your thoughts, from the automated nervous system, as opposed to the one where you're really thinking about it. And this is, again, what we're looking for, to find a very conscious engagement in as much of our lives as we can. To respond, not react. To be mindful, not just run on instinct. It's hard. You can do it though. Bring your fingertips to the floor beside your hip joints now and just lean back. Your middle is nice and strong. Your shoulders are broad. A little press down. Work your middle. Tuck your chin and inhale up. Let that length build. Breathe. So the intensity of this, it's not a big curve. It is the awareness of this movement, this action that extends your spine and arches it a little bit, opens the shoulders some. That's it. Exhale up. Very, very tall. Here we are. Feel that lengthening. We get active. Now we're going to keep that active, and we're going to twist to the right. I'm going back. The back of the left hand goes towards the right knee. The right hand is somewhat behind us. Again, this link through the center is what turns now as we exhale. It's calm, it's steady, it's an easy flowing movement. And there we are. The movement's continuing, even when you don't turn any further. This is a physical representation, in a way, of the practice on multiple levels. Our awareness of ourselves is a small thing and part of everything else. It's in awareness of the duality. The movement's there, even when we're not moving. The strength is there, even as the muscles are calm. Inhale onto it. It's a big change, mindset. It's the middle ground in a way. We don't want the muscles so tight they cannot move. Back of the right hand here, left hand here. Exhale, rotate. We have to be able to shift and adjust. They get too tired too quick if you just constantly hold your muscles flexed. Try it sometime. Not now. Don't want anybody to hurt themselves. You'll wear out really fast. It's just what happens. At the same time, the muscles aren't active. They just limp. There's no strength, no support. It's no better. Inhale onto it. And find that balance point now. Let's put the left hand beside us. The right arm comes up. Big arch here. Now we're going to, a little bit deeper awareness. We've got this link to the center. We've got this link to the right side. We're holding our hips nice and level. And that exhale takes us up and over. And we inhale up. Right hand down, left arm up. And the exhale, we arch. Breathe. And inhale it. All right, well done. One more little warm-up movement. Forward fold. Exhale over your ankles now. And release a little bit. Again, you have to find for yourself what needs to open for you. It may have nothing to do with your back, or your hips, your inner thighs. Maybe more of this release needs to come from your shoulders or neck. Wherever you have that tension, that tightness, be it physical, mental, emotional, you can release it with your exhale. Your inhale brings the strength of thought, of awareness, the focus you need to let it go, because you now have the awareness of exactly what it is. You have to stay present now. Inhale it. When you're looking for that release in that strength, pause a moment upright. It's not about what caused it. It's not about where you want it to be instead of where it is. Be present with it. Let it calm, or strengthen, or both. But you can do it. All right, now we're going to lie down. We're getting right into some strength here. We're going to go right to it. Saturday morning core workout time. No, not really. But yeah, actually, really, we're going to work hard. So lie back, lay down. We're going to do a 3-stage leg lift. Okay, here in just a moment. So, but again, we want to stay very aware. We lie down of the action here, the work of the body, the movement of it. Now, I know I've been on this a lot lately about not pushing down with your back, that this is an extending length, active, shoulder to hip, back and forth. Knees and ankles come together. That same awareness now. Now use your hands to help you. So we exhale and pull the knees in for a breath or two. Then we're going to exhale and extend the legs as close to vertical as we can. Now, so this is our first stage of 3-stage leg lift. We're actually starting with them up. We're going to lower down and then come back up. Active, active, active from hip to ankle, inside, outside, front, and back, but not the feet. We start flexing the toes and the heels. All that weight comes to single parts of the body, and you harder maintain now as you exhale and lower your legs 1/3 of the way down. Now, I don't know exactly where 60 degrees is. Best guess. Try to remember your high school geometry. Extend it though. Don't let your legs get too tired by not keeping them moving. I know it's so weird. It's like, I'm putting all this effort in. How can I not get tired? Of course, we're going to get tired. This is what happens. Exhale, lower your legs to 30 degrees. This is still a natural thing. It's still a human thing. We're deepening the awareness of the movement itself. And that helps build the strength. It makes this work calmer, more focused. Exhale, raise your legs to 60 degrees. It allows you to be stronger in that effort because you're more open. And the muscles can continue to be flexed, to be active without getting too tight and wearing out faster. Exhale, bring the legs longer. At the same time, the strength is there to take that weight so again you don't wear out faster. Bring your hands up to the backs of your thighs. Again, you keep that leg length working. The feet relaxed. The awareness of the movement, it is over us now as we exhale and press down. There with the hands, that's the only down. It's still lengthening. It's still lengthening. keep that awareness all the way through. Little extra pressure now, just so you keep that steady. You don't have to pull any further, but we don't want to let the legs snap back up. Just maintain that length here. When you find your spot, a couple of more breaths. And we are still supporting the leg. Movement doesn't stop. The strength doesn't stop. It just simply calms. Maybe it goes further, maybe not. Let's inhale and bend the knees. Reach up with your hands to your shins and exhale in. And breathe. And inhale. Let your feet come to the ground. All right, now we're going to roll our thighs open. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Heels are up, thighs turn out, and exhale, release. Okay, so we got another movement here. Less active, but still that awareness strong. It goes that way. And we don't think about the distance to the floor. Movement actually goes beyond the length of our thigh bone. Visualize that. You can see the extension that goes out further. Right? Your awareness is extending along the lines of this awareness of geometry, of kinetic action. Your muscles will relax more because you're not trying to force anything. You're letting it happen. Lovely. It really is. Okay, we're gonna stay just a bit longer because I'm really digging this. Nice. Now bring your hands underneath your thighs. Inhale, begin to lift a little bit. Flex your toes slightly as the knees and ankles come together so your feet can just come to the floor. All right. Now we're going to come into a lumbar roll twist. Very simple twist here. Just going to slide the right leg out. Flex those toes a bit, just enough to keep the knee from turning out. We tuck the toes underneath the inner ankle. They're very strong. We're going to roll to the right. We're going to take the left arm out. I can remember which side we're going. I'm going to exhale and come onto the outside of the right leg, onto the right hip. Your right hand helps draw that hip over. Lots of strength. Breathe. Into the movement itself. There's a point where this hip's not going to go any further. Certainly your left knee's not going to come anywhere towards the floor because it's rotation. That's the goal. Inhale onto it. Nicely done. Bring our right foot up. We'll do the other side. The left leg goes out again. Get a little work there. Tuck your toes. Find a good spot for your ankle. There's no real set spot here. Again, lumbar roll twist, a nice recline twist. We're going to exhale and go to the left and breathe. Let that length slowly build. And inhale and untwist carefully. Come on. Let it roll down. Right foot flat. We'll bring the left knee up again. Okay, now we're going to exhale and pull our knees in nice and deep here. Little flex down. If you need your hands on the thighs instead of the shins, go for it. Let your hips relax. Let your abs relax a bit. There we go. That feels good. All right, now we're going to inhale. Let the feet come down. Now you keep this work in your middle. We're going to extend our left leg back out. Bring our left arm up. And we're going to roll over onto our sides and come up to hands and knees. So exhale. And come up. Now, depending on how your mat is set up, you may have to turn slightly. But we're going to come into a downward facing dog and build from there. So again, as always, if it bothers your wrists, you can do this on your forearms instead. It is a little more shoulder work. So see what you can do. So you get the shoulders nice and broad, the middle strong. We turn those shoulders out. Don't hold your breath. It's nice and calm throughout. One foot back, then the other. Flex the knees slightly. Exhale. Follow the movement back. So here we are, back to that movement. I've been on that a lot. In the movement in this asana, this pose, downward facing dog, is not up. It's not down. It's back. Through the line of the hip. And this is what brings the link, that balances the work. It makes the whole thing stronger because it's centered. Because the weight becomes even between hands and feet. It's balanced, left side and right side, as best you can. And your breath stays calm. And our next exhale, we walk our feet in. Bend your knees quite a bit now. Flex them in the easy Uttanasana. Inhale up. Reach, retreat. Excuse me. Find that vertical length. Now we're going to come into a big back arch here. We get the hands up. Now we're going to do it. We're going to put the hands down here in a moment. But I want you to first find this work with the arms extended as best as you can. So we've got this length. We want to maintain that. Then we're going to sweep the hands down. Now really feel your middle work. So we're almost back to some ab work again. Then we're going to go, as we maintain all of this, so take a moment, where your hands are, the center of yourself, that long line now, up and down, and then as you inhale, reach it up and back. Now, if it bothers your shoulders, you can take your hands back for it. It's okay. You don't have to touch the floor. You don't have to point your fingers all the way back behind you. Don't dislocate your shoulders. Open where you can. Keep your breath moving. Be engaged fully with it. And then we'll swing the hands. If you need, exhale up. Now feel this length. We'll sweep the hands back down. Bring them together. We're going right into balance. And we're going to do tree pose. And we're going to arch that a little bit. Okay? Open the sides again. So we're going to stand on the right foot. We're just going to get a little curve here, getting where we can. All right, so hands come together. So again, everything's through the center of yourself. Lift your left heel for a moment. And then recenter. Now, I've seen a lot of people, as they turn, but leave the toes on the floor. So you get that flex. Come up one of the tips of the toes. Maybe just like me, the big toe. It's on the floor, but you're not putting any weight down. You got that? Be honest about it. It's part of it. Go where you can. You don't have to lift the foot any higher. Can you? Exhale. Up. Don't shove it into your leg. Take the string to the sole of the foot. And at this point, wherever you go is where you go. You can just stay, maintain the balance. You're doing great. Can you place the left hand here? Extend the right arm straight up. Feel that length on the right side. And then if you exhale, and maybe it'll allow you, maybe not. That side arch, it's not the biggest curve in the world. Don't lose the awareness through the left side. It's part of this. Keep your breath calm. Keep your body centered. In the awareness is the strongest part. Inhale up. Reach, reach, reach. Hands wherever. I don't know why I said reach. Left foot down. Let's try the other side. Okay, so again, we're going to open up. There's a lengthening happening. Don't try to pull it longer. Right? Professional baseball players, it's playoffs time, sitting at home right now, not making playoff money because they pulled a muscle. And we want to keep it active, but let it relax. Lift the right heel, up onto the toes, turn it. Or turn it, then come up on the toes again. No wait, no wait. And you can be done. The active length is there. Through the center. Exhale the foot up if you can. You do not have to. Take it where it's right for you. Alright, here we go. We're going to extend the left arm up. Again, now it doesn't matter if the arm goes out a little bit. You just want to make sure that wrist lines up. Wow. So the back of the right hand comes there. Again, you're done technically. See, here's that active length. If it'll curve a little bit, let it. It's not going to be a big curve. And you're not going to touch the wall. Breathe. Inhale up. Hands where you need. Inhale. Right foot down. Excellent work, everyone. Nice job. Okay, now what we're going to do now, we're going to come into a couple of more standing poses. We'll put some strength in again. We're going to go warrior 2, which we are then going to come up and turn that into a revolved lunge. So we're going to twist again pretty strongly. All right, so I'm going to be turning around a few times so I don't need to put my back to you, which is just my thing. Bugs me. All right, so right foot at the head of the mat. Again, just jump your feet wide depending on how you're on your mat, but here we go. Now, warrior 2. Why warrior 2? Again, we've done that like week in and week out. Again, part of the reason what we're working on here is learning how to practice on our own. So some familiar asanas are a big part of that. But we're also learning about, again, how to engage the movement through here. And that this action is here. And so we need strength and openness in several parts of the body to really get warrior 2 down. Okay, and the alignment and the positioning, etc. So follow me along again. So we get the ankles underneath the wrists. I know, it's a long way, it's scary, but you can do it. It doesn't have to be exact, but give yourself the space. Now feel this length. This is active. Not just there. You see the difference? You can feel it, I know that. The weight comes off the shoulders because now the forearms, now the biceps, the rest of the arm is supporting itself. Just like we talked about the legs with that 3-stage leg lift. Right thighs rolled open, hips aligned. Again, this focus in the mind. The movement of thought as you align it up and then exhale, flex. This is a movement down. say that like it's some kind of huge awareness thing. Maybe it is. Maybe not. I mean, it is a movement forward with the knee, but the strength of it is down. You move your knee forward, you might end up in exactly the same place. But it will be stronger for the change of awareness. It will calm your breath, because you can feel it differently. And stronger and steadier. Let it build for a few breaths more. Now, and then we're going to exhale and begin to turn to the right. So come on up onto your left toes as you do. The arms stay out. This work here is strong. Use your hands if you need. If you feel like you're losing some of that work in the middle. And we're going to exhale forward just enough so that as we exhale next, we windmill around, and the left hand comes to the floor just to the inside of the right foot. We got nice broad shoulders. Do not twist your arm around. And here is our revolved lateral angle. As we breathe. We inhale and untwist. All right, so put your right hand down. Move your left hand over here in a nice deep lunge. We're going to exhale the right foot back, down dog. Long way now. And then we exhale, walk the feet in. Bend the knees a little bit. Inhale up. Okay, so we're going to come all the way up. It's a nice vertical line here. Just feel that length. Then we'll exhale. Arms out as we need. And we're going to do the other side. So again, turn, step your feet wide, step your right foot back. Again, all depends on how you've got your mat set, which doesn't really matter. It's up to you. Warrior two, and then in again into that big revolved twist. Revolved lunge. Left toes straight ahead. Now make sure your toes, your knees are pointing straight ahead. The right heel's lining up with the left heel, the left toes, the hips, shoulder, again. That's your inhale. That's your awareness. Like this movement out. And up and down. And this breath flows, allows the strength as you exhale into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, allows it to maintain it. Again, it's active. Oh yeah, thigh muscles are flexing. You can shift. You can adjust. Because they're not locked tight. This is one of the reasons why the alignment, this positioning, I make such a big deal about it. Lining up the heels, lining up the knees, lining up the hips, lining up the shoulders, etc. Because the more centered you are, the less you're fighting your own balance. It allows you to concentrate the strength. And you're just maintaining that. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Again, we're going to exhale and turn, come up on your toes, inhale down. All right. And twist. All right, screwed that up. I wanted you to swing around a little bit more. But either way, get your big twist going. And we inhale and untwist. There we go. All right, left hand down, right hand over. Again, we exhale. Down dog. And we exhale and walk our feet and bend your knees quite a bit. Big flex here. And again, we inhale up and finding that vertical line. So you're strong in the middle, reaching up, reaching up, reaching up. And we'll exhale and bring the hands down. Alrighty, now, so another balance. What? Another balance? We already stood on one foot. Yeah, we're going to do another one. Sometimes we don't do balances very often. A lot of people struggle with that. Best way to build up your balance, though, is to keep working on the balance. So we're going to do a half lotus balance. So that's going to give us a little hip opening. Right? Now, no fancy folding, no fancy twisting, arching, or anything like that. We're just going to get that weight on one foot. Right foot first. So we're going to, again, lift the left heel. Now this time, hands wherever. We're going to use them here in a moment. Okay? So, next exhale, we bring that knee up. Now a little bit above the hip, I think, fine. But again, your mileage may vary. We're going to flex the toes of the left foot. And using the hand, we're going to turn that down. Now you might have to bend down a little bit. You might not. If you do bend down, straighten up. And you want to bring that heel up to the top of the thigh at the hip if you can. If you can't, you can't. Remember, it's balance. Weight on one foot. That's the main part. Yeah. And we exhale and extend. Your left knee does not have to point to the floor. Doesn't have to go down at all. Left hand is wherever it works for you. And we'll inhale up and turn the thigh and down. All right, here we go. Let's do the other side. Doing great. You can tell already. Even though I can't actually see him. Don't worry. No spy cameras. Let's lift that right heel for a moment. Okay. Again, the work that this movement here, back to that awareness. This is an active thing. Up and down. And it maintains that line, alignment. Keeps this thing stronger. Raise your right knee on exhale. Flex your toes. Turn the thigh. And bend down if you have to. Straighten up. Though you can't hold your foot, straighten up. Just focus on the balance part. You do not have to do this next part. If this is it, you're awesome. You're doing great. Come down a little bit if you can. Go where you can. Above all else, do your full best effort without hurting yourself. Sometimes that's a very fine line. Sometimes not. To find out for yourself. Some days there's a range that's bigger than others. It's okay. It's human. And we all are that. At least on this planet, doing yoga. And up. Turn and down. Awesome. Very good, everybody. All right, we're coming back to the floor now. We're just going to cross the ankles. Flex your toes, both feet just a bit. And use your hands as you need. We're just going to start to roll the thighs out. And we sink down. And you put your hands down as you require. Either way, you get your hind end on the floor. Sometimes that last inch or two could be a bit of a drop. It's okay. All right, let's extend the legs out real good. Okay. Now, Baddha Konasana with a fold. So we're going to roll the thighs open and pull the feet in. Very strongly now. So we're really going to lengthen out. Again, this is a movement out. Hands, hands, push down. Up we sit. Exhale, extend. Go wide. Let that length build. Breathe. Now, do not let go of this work. Again, you're not making your inner thighs any longer. You're not trying to put your knees on the floor. You're not going to make your spine any longer now as we exhale forward. This movement up slowly goes over the floor where you can go. You're not trying to make your spine any longer. We're letting those muscles relax below that. Down into your butt, down into your hips. Strengthening in front so that support is there to allow the back to open. Again, you still don't have to put your head on the floor. I've never done that in my life. 27 plus, maybe more years I've been practicing steady. I may never. Doesn't matter. It's a byproduct. Some people do it very easily. Some people don't. Inhale up. Those inner legs working. Hands away. Exhale the legs long. Alright. Now, we're going to go into another twist. I'm going to bring the right foot up. Fisherman's twist here. Then we're going to turn this into a half lotus forward fold. Left elbow out. Right hand here. Exhale. Breathe. So, our third twist. We did one line recline. We did that standing, and now seated. Again, when you practice on your own, some days you might need to focus on certain movements over others. Now you still want to try as best you can to get a fairly even balance of twists, of arches, of flexing strength in the knees and the arms, and opening, and extending motions and folds, and back arches, etc. I know it's a lot. Allow yourself the time to build your practice. It will come, I promise. Inhale and untwist. Okay, so once we're all the way around, now make sure you didn't slump like I did. Gotta sit up. We're going to roll that right thigh. Flex the toes. You want your right ankle at minimum. This is your base right here, just above your kneecap. If the space is there in your knee and your hip to allow you to bring that heel higher, go for it. Now this knee will move in a little bit. Okay. Inhale up. Big. Now pause here. Strength up the front of the left leg. In the middle of your torso, the strength of that. The length through the entire center line of your body. And then the exhale releases us over the leg. And the right hand down somewhere. And you breathe. leg goes long. And we uncross them. We do the other side. Again, I'm going to turn here this time around. I know I didn't like to put my back to you. I know I did it anyway. I don't know that one, that whole bit just got kind of wonky. Which is not a Sanskrit word, but anyway. So here we go. Fisherman's twist. A nice big tall line here. Left foot can shift around until you find a good space. Can your right arm around to the outside. Shoulders nice and broad. Exhale, twist. Breathe. Inhale and untwist. Alrighty. And the left eye rolls out. Again, you can stop here. This can be it. If this is enough for you. Right hand brings that heel up. Again, I know when I do that, my left hip, whatever, then my knee comes up a little bit. I have to reset that. Again, whatever's right for you. Just so long as the knee's not twisting. The rotational movement out is here, not here. Right foot works, middle works. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Where you can go. And we breathe. Goodness. That feels good today. Your mileage may vary. And we inhale in. All right, excellent, everyone. Let's let that left leg go long. Now, cross our ankles. We roll forward. Now, we're going to finish up today with some back arches. Shoulders above the ribs. And we're going to start with a down dog. So come into that plank. Get that space open again. Kind of release the back a bit. And we exhale, slight flex the knees. Strong middle. Open the shoulders. Shift that weight back. We inhale forward. Now stack it into a plank. And then exhale, knees, chin, chest down. Strong middle. Little awkward. Uncurl the toes. Okay, we begin first and foremost with a Sphinx pose. Now we're going to do 3 back arches in fairly quick succession. Alright, so we bring the legs in a little bit. Turn the thighs in. Do not turn the toes in. Push, push. Shoulders are back. And feel the length of yourself now. As we inhale, and work those forearms back. And breathe. Exhale forward. Now, what we're going to do is we're basically going to repeat that movement. Again, it's not very big. We're going to use the hands. We're going to bring them pretty far back. Now, basically what we're going to do, we're going to keep the arms in this position. It's chaturanga, effectively. You are going to press. You are going to use some of that strength. The curve is not great. Do not unbend the elbows. Pause a moment here. Forehead to the floor. And your hands are quite a ways back. Strong. Work. Feet, thighs. Feel the length of it. And arch up. Again, without unbending. You've got strength down through your hands. You're taking weight there. The arms do not straighten. And it's not a big curve. It's not about how high in the air you go. Exhale forward. Bring your hands underneath your forehead. Release a breath. Or 3. And we're going to do one more. A little bit stronger arch. We'll come up a little higher. This is Bhujangasana, the cobra pose. So we don't bring the hands quite as far back. You get your thumbs right underneath your chest muscles. Line them up with your bra strap, ladies. Okay. The elbows in. Shoulders stay back. Middle works. Okay. Again, the arms do not have to straighten. When we're pushing down, we are going to extend the arms. The elbows go back. And we arch. Next exhale, come forward. Nice and long. All right. Take your right arm up and just roll over on your side and then all the way onto your back. Bend your knees a moment as you come over. Get your back nice and long to the floor. You do not have to do anything more with your legs once they're here. You can extend them if you want. Let the backs of the hands rest on the floor, the palms face up. Space from the sides does not matter. Space between the heels does not matter. Close your eyes. Let your breath move. Let your thoughts move. But we stay focused. I know what a strange thing to say, right? My thoughts are moving, thinking, I'm not relaxing, but that's not true. Because you want your thoughts to be focused on the weight of your body on the floor, on the muscles releasing, which is another kind of movement. Actually, a couple of them. And the muscles are opening. You're still breathing. That is a muscular movement in and of itself. Your thoughts continue to move. They're very actively moving now through your body, allowing your muscles to relax. Still sending the breath everywhere. And the sense of your weight on the floor itself. Gravity comes from the movement of the earth, hundreds of miles a second, as it rotates. That's how we get weight. It's movement we don't really feel, right? Just like there were times you had that extension that you could feel go longer, even though it wasn't actually moving longer. Like when you turn, your bones hit that limit for yourself, your muscles couldn't go any further, but you kept turning, the movement was still there, even when it wasn't. This is the nature of our existence. The movement is there, the action is there, the energy is there. Call it what you want, but it's still there. Whether we feel it or not. Feel that again. You feel your body on the floor, the weight of yourself. The floor is moving, not just with this rotation of the earth, but deep at the atomic level. So are you. The atoms that make up everything are constantly moving, vibrating around each other. They don't actually touch. It's the energy that they generate that interacts. This is a move. Again, the movement of ourselves is there. Our duality. We're solid, but not. Still, but moving. A little more deliberate movement back to yourself now, flexing our fingers a bit, and flexing our toes. Calm strength. Again, it doesn't need to be tight. It is not limp either. Middle path. Inhale, reach your arms long, your legs extending. The right arm by the ear, the left knee bends. And we're going to exhale and roll all the way onto our right side now. We'll press ourselves up, finding a comfortable seated position. Again, whatever is correct for you. Bringing our hands together in front of you though, let your thumbs touch the chest. And smile real big. You were amazing today. Thank you all. Namaste. Alrighty, thank you so much. Hey, walk up here. Okay, excellent. Thank you all for joining me today. I am glad you could. I hope you enjoyed it. So, if you have any questions about what we practiced today, do not hesitate to leave me a comment on the video itself, or you are welcome to message me personally. I'm happy to answer. All right, and like I mentioned already, this Venmo link, CashApp link, PayPal link, whatever you think is fair. Again, very much appreciated. And then, just so everybody knows, again, I'm not going to be on next week because next week is Tweed Ride, and I don't miss Tweed Ride. It is my favorite event of the year, bicycle or otherwise. So that's where I'm going to be. All right. So you're welcome to find some of the older videos. Again, I've got dozens of them up. Please feel free to come back, find another one, and maybe even this one again. But I will be back the following weekend, ready to go again. All right. So until then, everybody have a great, safe weekend. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy. Bye.